fucking with the heat. You know who to send for your info. Buy my money like Venmo. If this music don't work out, and all to get it from my ends low. How you feel though? Cause hey, they can't.
One of the great venues to watch a game in any sport, and one of the best home crowds in any sport, Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight we kick off Week 6 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Washington Commanders and the Chicago Bears. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw is Fields. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. Now Montgomery running right. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The Bears at 2-3 here to begin the new season. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Here comes Mooney now in the jet sweep. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout. And that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. Room here to run. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A nice gain of 21 yards.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Surprised at all that they went with a fullback there?
Not at all, because it harkened back to the days where we watched these games almost in black and white, right? The stocky guy, the strong guy, the powerful guy with leg drive. Give him the football, and even if the blocking isn't perfect, he has the ability to scatter bodies and move people enough to pick up first downs. That's what we just saw right there. Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A run here for the rookie. It's Brian Robinson. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Officially nothing on that one. No gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge. and the ball carrier did not benefit.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Darnold down to throw. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So a chance to breathe easier now. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion. Gets this out quickly to Dotson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
First down catch here by Jahan Dotson. You get the sense watching him that his ascent is only just beginning. More catches, yards, and touchdowns every year at Penn State and played his way into the 1st round. A tremendous athlete. He also runs routes with great intelligence.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. Going right back to Dotson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. Mike Pennell with the tackle.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. Open man is Samuel, complete. And out of bounds right around the 20.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
3rd and 2, Darnold. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
That's out to the flat for Gibson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only a yard of the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and goal, Darnold. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the 2nd half of this contest.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Darnold. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well, down here, I thought they were going to hand that off. Instead, a well-designed play and the pitch and catch for the touchdown.
And I wonder who came up with it. Was it a call from the bench? Did the quarterback have a good idea and suggest it? In any event, clearly an effective play call. They saw something they liked in coverage, and they targeted it for the short yardage throw.
And the perfect way to cap their opening drive. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Montgomery on the counter. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Fields. Caught by Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. The Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. Santos' kick is up and through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Play action. It's Darnold. Going to be caught downfield by Dotson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, it's Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from adding another catch to his big start.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On the draw, it's Gibson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Darnold. This one left side caught by Gibson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On first down, Darnold. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
Able to connect with Dotson. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Darnold.
Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders.
A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Commanders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is now 14-10.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
And 6 DBs on the field for Washington on 3rd down.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground.
And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Darnold. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Here's Darnold. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now Darnold going to take it and just back this one forward to his wideout. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Darnold just beating the play clock. Thomas brings it in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 21. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. Darnold on first down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. From 21 yards away. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. It was a small, manageable spread to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back for a chance to really extend this lead out.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Toss left to Montgomery. He gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 94 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Play action. It's Fields. He hits Mooney going across the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Running with Montgomery from the pistol. And a pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. Second down coming up. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw is Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Fields to Kmet there for a Chicago first.
It's taking a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the...
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Justin Fields scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Bears are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
And he'll get in for the 2 points, and that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
And sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Darnold. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down. Now it's Darnold. Back to Gibson, and another catch for him. They showed off a nice juke of the defender, but the next wave there to bring him down. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been excellent, 6 for 7. This will be 3rd and 5. Darnold down to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 45-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he used his quickness to make a play.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Looking to throw. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Phillips now from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a 4th quarter deficit, and they need this drive to end in points. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Straight ahead, Gibson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. On 1st and 10, Darnold. Hitting Samuel on the slant. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the play.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And some room to maneuver. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. A 1st down throw, Darnold. Complete, it's Dotson. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. They'll run with Robinson. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Again, it's Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And now third and goal coming up, the loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Darnold to throw. Throw right side, going to be caught by Seals-Jones. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, partner, they're still going to have to go for it after that play, and I'm not sure that the running game is going to be a part of what they have to do on fourth down now.
From this far out, you wouldn't think so. Fourth down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
And here we go on fourth. Darnold, he's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds, a few yards shy of the line to gain. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Oh, Darnold loses it.
And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah.